far greater than what divides us. As a Muslim, I was taught from childhood to honor Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, to stand with the oppressed. And I was taught these values by my mother, in my home, in my school, and in my faith. So when Christians speak of Jesus, Muslims listen with respect and love, because he is part of our shared spiritual heritage, not a symbol of division, but a foundation for unity. Now, young leaders, let me address something many of you have heard before. You are too young. Wait your turn. Get more experience. Leadership will come later. History tells a very different story. At just the age of 32, Alexander the Great had already conquered much of the known world, not through waiting, but through bold leadership and vision. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, began transforming society while still a young man, standing for justice, equality, and compassion in a world resistant to change. Jesus Christ, peace be upon him, led a moral revolution in his early 30s that still shapes humanity 2,000 years later. Youth was not their weakness, it was their strength. And in my own country, Pakistan, history repeated itself. My mother, Benazir Bhutto, became the youngest prime minister in the world and the first female prime minister of a Muslim majority nation. She didn't wait to be older. She didn't wait to be comfortable. She stepped forward when her nation needed her. And I had the honor of being the youngest foreign minister in Pakistan's history at the age of 33. Not because I was the oldest in the room, but because leadership is not about age. It is about courage, it is about service, and it is about vision. So if anyone ever tells you that youth is an obstacle, tell them that history disagrees. Youth is energy. Youth is innovation. Youth is moral clarity. Youth is fearlessness in the face of injustice. Every civil rights movement, every independence struggle, every great reform was powered by young people who refused to wait. But leadership is not just about ambition. It is about responsibility. It is about using your voice to lift others, using your platform to protect the vulnerable, and using your talents to heal divisions. The world doesn't need more influencers. It needs more servants, young leaders. You will inherit a world facing enormous challenges: climate change, economic inequality, religious polarization, political extremism, technological disruptions. But you will also inherit unprecedented power to solve them. Never before has one generation had so much access to knowledge, connection, and opportunity. The question is not whether you can change the world. The question is whether you will choose to. And faith has a critical role to play in this journey. Faith should push you to feed the hungry, to stand with the oppressed, to protect the planet, to protect and defend human dignity. Faith should never make us smaller. It should always make us braver. So I challenge you this afternoon. Be the generation that turns belief into action, that turns diversity into strength, that turns pain into progress. Be leaders who heal instead of divide, who listen instead of shout, who build instead of destroy. Refuse to let religion be weaponized. Insist that it remains a force for love, justice, and peace. If you do that, you will not just succeed in your careers, you will transform societies. You will change the course of history. You will leave the world better than you found it. Let me end with this. You are not too young to lead. You are not too young to serve. And you are not too young to make a difference. History is waiting for your courage. May God guide your steps, may He strengthen your hearts, and may He use each one of you as instruments of peace in a divided world. Thank you, and God bless you all.
वाशिंगटन में चेयरमैन पाकिस्तान पीपल पार्टी बिलावल भुट्टो जरदारी तकरीब से खिताब कर रहे थे। उन्होंने कहा कि हमारे खानदान ने जमहूरियत के लिए बेपनाह कुर्बानियां दी हैं।
खबर देंगे आपको, तरलाई की मस्जिद में खुदकुश हमला। GTV न्यूज ने CCTV फुटेज